Hey there everybody, before you watch the video I want to thank AutoZone. They're my newest sponsor. They're donating all the parts to get the car up and running. Brake parts, lights, fuses, alternator, just fantastic things. So thank y'all so much for getting me up and running. Also, please, I'm doing this for a charity, Autism Speaks. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm trying to get to $20,000. I've gotten to $4,600. So please, $5, give it a buck. If you go down to the description and the comments, you'll see a link. It goes right to the autism website. The money goes right to them. Also, just so y'all know, I'm working a deal possibly with Haggerty's to online auction this car, and that's gonna go for charity too. So I'm doing this out of the love of what I do, and just please even donate a buck. Thanks. I think we just kind of go straight back. Yeah, we got to get that chalk block out. Yep. Man, y'all are strong. All right, that's good.
Oh, easy.
Thank you tons.
No problem.
Well, my buddy Brett's coming over in a few minutes. Help me get this hood off. Well, my buddy Brett just left. He helped me get the hood off of the wagon. What I'm going to do now is I've got to start unhooking stuff. I need to get the alternator wires undone. I'm going to try to get these exhaust bolts off. I may end up having to cut the exhaust, just cut it off and just redo it. I have to unhook the starter. I got to get the transmission bolts unhooked. Just a lot of piddly stuff to get undone. There's a gigantic fuel pump. I'm going to be probably sticking an electric one in it for the trip, because they're like 25 bucks at AutoZone, and it cost me more to try to get that mechanical one running, and then it probably wouldn't run right anyway. Don't judge me. My garage is an absolute mess. I always have this fear of being crushed alive under a car. So I'm gonna pick up some jack stands at AutoZone. I'm gonna get some, I've got some of the smaller ones from Harbor Freight, but I don't know. I'm gonna get some big jack stands, probably for like a pickup truck, to put under here. I need to get the car in the air so I can unhook the transmission and some other stuff, and I don't wanna be, I don't know, maybe it's anxiety or whatever, but I'm gonna go get some stands. Just got back from Harbor Freight. Picked up some jack stands for the car. I got some big ones, you'll see. These are like 6-ton, gigantic truck style jack stands. I just don't want to take a chance. Like I said, those are chicken boy stands, because I'm chicken of this thing falling on me. It probably will never happen, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm gonna get back to work on, it's getting kind of dark, I'm getting kind of tired, but I got things I've got to get done on this. So I'm gonna get back to work getting this thing taken care of. All getting kind of dark. I don't know if y'all can see. Get this baby up in the air. I got these big jack stands. Let me get them opened up. Wow, these are huge. Look how big these are. But better safe than sorry, like I said. I've never had a jack stand break on me or fall. I don't want this to be the first time. There you go. Baby is up. I was very fortunate, and you'll be seeing coming up, I got AutoZone is donating brake parts, windshield wipers, all the parts I need to get this baby going. You know, rubber hoses, antifreeze, some seat belts maybe, probably an alternator, some fuses, just basic stuff. But man, they've been really generous in helping us with this project, which really helps me because otherwise I'm buying it. And although this is a charity, I'm spending a lot of time and energy on it. And it's really nice when people reach out to help. So I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting dark. The cars are dirty out here. My garage is a mess and I'm pooped. And we'll hit this back this weekend. Oh, got these over here. I'm just gonna bend these clamps. You'll see those right here. And get over there, light. I'm just gonna bend these over like so. Because I'm not gonna use this again. Okay, you gonna keep playing with me or what? We're gonna have a talk. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, there you go. I got it out. That's the old condenser. Now you can see what I'm talking about. I got a ton of room to work. All I got is the core support here. I got the air deflector thing I'm gonna keep, obviously, and put it back on to keep air going over the radiator. But I need to go ahead and pull out this dryer right here, because I don't need it. This is more stuff that's in the way. Let me knock that thing out real quick. Alrighty, so I got the dryer out, just right there. That's all the old AC stuff. Obviously, like I said, we're not going to spend the time or money getting the air condition fixed on this. We'll just be driving along the coast, 110 degrees and 90% humidity with no air conditioning and the windows down. And Rebecca and I enjoying the trip, so let me keep on cracking. I'm live, hiding in a cave in Afghanistan. No, actually, I'm under the Rambler. I'm looking around to see. Let me get y'all angled a little better or a little worse. I'm looking around to see what all I got to get done here to start getting this transmission unhooked. I've got to get everything unbolted on this. because the job today is I want to get this motor out and I leave the transmission in, but it's got all kinds of doohickeys. Transmission stays, so I've got, ouch, I've got, you can see a bolt here, there's a bolt up there, and here's what I'm gonna probably do, and y'all are gonna probably think I'm crazy, but since this car is already so, like, did y'all see all the rust holes on the floor? Y'all remember all those? It's got so many holes already, and here's kind of what I'm thinking. If it's got all these holes already, what's a couple more, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, instead of struggling to get those top bolts out of the transmission, I'm just gonna cut some, I'm just gonna cut some holes through the transmission tunnel inside the car, make some access panels, and undo those that way. I think that's pretty dang clever. The nice thing about having this motor sitting here is when I'm under the car, you know, I can't see up here, but I can see where the bolts are. You see those bolts? Those are the transmission, the mount bolts. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to pull the starter off the car to be able to get the motor out. And I've got to pull this one off, this one. And so this is where I'm gonna start cutting access holes, because I don't feel like trying to get my hand up there getting these undone. If you look, there's like barely any room to get my hand in there. So I'm just gonna cut the tunnel on the inside. And because the rest of these, like the starter bolts, you know, and all that stuff I can get to, because there's the starter right down there, and I can actually get to it from the top and from the underside, which is what I'm gonna do. Oh, that one's already missing. So if y'all look, some smart guy was here before me. He left that top transmission bolt out. Thank you, buddy. I've only got two to get out right here. That freaking rocks.
Back when they still use heavy gauge steel.
Huh?
Back when they still use heavy gauge steel.
Yep. All right. You can hand me the cutoff wheel.
Here, Nick, here's your cutoff wheel.
Thanks for the cutoff wheel. Might want to watch your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut.
Oh, okay.
can you give me another wheel? Let's see if this chain's gonna hold. Let's see if everything's unhooked too. We'll find out.
See if West Virginia technology works in Texas.
Is it coming loose in the transmission?
Look like it.
Yep.
Give it another good yank.
All right, we go up some more.
That all came loose down there.
There you go. There you go. Look at that.
What?
There's a big hole in the block over here. Did you know that?
There's a hole in the block.
There's a hole in the side of the block.
Come look,
It
Jim.
looks like some rats built a home in there.
It threw a rod.
Sure did. Must have been a.
Well, we're pulling the motor out and we find out why it's frozen. Check this out. It threw a rod. Got a big hole in it. That will block up a motor right there. Now we know why it was parked in 1985.
Yeah.
Get through. What I want to do, I want to roll it out here. Well, actually, let's spin this around and get the motor right there. Then we'll hook this one up and drop it in.
They wanna hear that small town banjo breakdown. Wrote it back in Tennessee. They wanna hear that small town banjo breakdown. They wanna hear it at the county fair. They wanna hear it everywhere, even in the big city. No, they don't want me to put it down when I play that small town banjo breakdown. Play it.
You're close right here.
No, it's resting on the cross member.
Oh, the motor is?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
How about a U-bolt from the exhaust?
Wait, hang on. Thanks, Chris. I got it. Just like you don't have to, that way we'll get it out of the way.
I think this deep socket's not going to work.
Yeah, you need to, oh yeah, you're gonna have to have the regular one, I think. Where'd Jim go?
He's right here.
Oh, okay.
Was it a fine bolt or what?
Yeah, I need a coarse thread.
I wonder if those go to the engine mounts. The nuts I just gave you, I wonder if they go to
They might. I'm gonna change those. I'm gonna get the smaller bolts later. Which the good thing is it's all set in.
Right.
So. All right, everybody got cleaned up a little bit. I was absolutely filthy. One thing about me, I'm always the dirtiest person. I think dirt jumps on me. But let me show you what we got done. Buddy Chris Roberts came over, and Rebecca's dad Jim was here. We got the old motor out. I know that doesn't look like a new motor, but that is the motor we picked up in Virginia. We got it mounted, got the starter back on. There's the old one. Here's why the old one quit working. There's a big hole in the block where it threw a rod. So Jim had a story that this was Granddad's car, and the 16-year-old son said, "Granddad, can I take your car for a drive?" And 16-year-old son blew the motor up. That's the story. So anyway, we got this done. It's a huge amount of work. Next video coming up, I'm gonna try to get this thing started. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this is a good motor. I'm at AutoZone. Let's give her a try.